guess I started in this industry, I suppose, through chance, really. But it kind of traces itself back to the early days. My father used to take me to the cinema 3-4 times a week, so I was always a kind of cinephile, you know. But theatre was something that was kind of like that. That was up there, if you can see that. That wasn't on the agenda at all. But I was introduced to this little community theatre group at the Glasgow Arts Centre. And within a couple of months I thought, I really like this. I like this a lot. And I left my job as a painter and decorator, and I dedicated all the time that I had to drama. So I spent a couple of years at that drama community group, and then went on to drama school after that in 1983. The thing the one film probably that influenced, maybe not influenced, but impressed me the most as a kid was The Magnificent Seven. I loved it. And the reason for that is going to the cinema, you know, 3-4 times a week. I was obviously going with my father, and my father was a Western junkie. He loved anything to do with the West, he loved it. So I seen all the Westerns of the 60s probably, and the late 50s too. And The Magnificent Seven for me was so honourable. And what they were doing was such a good thing. And Yul Brynner, that started my love affair with Yul Brynner. I thought, I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that comes out of the darkness, solves people's problems, and rides off into the sunset. I loved that. So that was when in my early years. And then later on, you know, I mean, talking really early years, I was probably 7 or 8, maybe early teenager, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. Again, for the same reasons. I thought, that's honourable. I like what these guys are about. I guess what I would say to anyone who had an intention to starting out in this business, any young would-be actor, is not to get confused with an actor and fame, you know? Because I certainly never went into this because I wanted to be famous, you know. It would cross your mind, of course. I mean, you watch the Oscars and things like that and you think that would be great. But that was never the intention. The intention, by the time I was ready to start to act, was about self-discovery, really, and self-exploration. And I would say the biggest bit of advice I would give to any youngster would be, if, you know, really, really think about why you want to do it. Why you want to do it. And if that's the correct answer, right, and it ain't got anything to do with fame, then you got to believe it. That's the next stage. Believe it, believe it, believe it. At the end of that, you will find your way. You might never become a star, you might never become a film actor, but you'll have a career in the business. And that's the best thing I can say.